Hello everyone, welcome to Crack IT Campus to Corporate. In this video, I will share the top 10 skills companies actually expect from freshers, why each one is important and how you can prepare for it. Whether you are from computer science or AML data science or cybersecurity, IoT or information technology, these are a few common skills you have to prepare for it to crack the placement. The first skill is knowing at least one programming language really very well. It doesn't matter whether it is Python or Java or C++. Pick any one object-oriented programming language. Companies don't expect freshers to know 5 different languages. They expect you have a strong understanding of one, either it is Python, Java or C++. During interviews, they may ask to write a simple program, explain concepts like loops, functions, arrays, and solve basic coding problems. My advice is simple: pick one language and become comfortable with its fundamentals instead of jumping between multiple languages. Second skill is SQL and database knowledge. A surprising number of freshers ignore SQL, but many companies ask SQL questions regardless of whether you are applying for software development, testing, data analytics, or even support roles. Learn basic SQL commands like DDL, DML, DCL, and TCL commands. Also understand the databases are the primary keys, important concepts, joins, normalization, aggregation, group by, triggers, and SQL fundamentals. Even basic SQL knowledge can give you an advantage during interviews. Coming to the skill 3, it is the computer science fundamentals. This is one of the area where interviewers can quickly tell whether you are understand your academics or simply memorized answers. Topics like object-oriented programming is very important, and database management system and operating system, it is the most important, and the computer networks. You don't need to become an expert, but you should understand the concept clearly enough to explain them in a simple words. If someone asks like what is inheritance or what is deadlock, you should answer confidently. Skill number 4, AI and prompt engineering. The fourth skill and probably the most important one in 2026 is AI literacy. Companies are rapidly adopting AI tools and they are looking for candidates know how to use them effectively. This doesn't mean you need to build AI models. Instead, you should know how to use AI tools productively, write effective prompts, verify AI generated responses, and understand where AI helps and where human judgment is still required. If you are not learning AI today, you are already falling behind many other features. Coming to the skill number 5, this is a project understanding. Many students proudly add projects to their resume but struggle to explain them during interviews. Remember, interviewers can immediately tell whether you are actually built the project or just copied. You should be able to explain the problem, why you choose that problem statement, and tools and technologies used, and why. Your contribution, if it is a group project, what is your individual contribution for deployment and for future work. If you truly understand your project, half of your interview becomes much easier. This is the sixth skill is the domain knowledge. Every role has its own expectations. If you are applying for web development or data science or cloud computing or you need to have the domain knowledge. Like if you are applying for web development, understand how website work, APIs and front-end, backend and databases work. If you are interested in data science, understand data cleaning, visualization, machine learning basics and business problems. If you are applying for cloud or cybersecurity roles, learn the basics of those domains. Recruiters don't expect you to know everything, but they do expect you to understand the field you are chosen. The seventh skill is Git and GitHub. These are the standard tools used in almost every software company. You have to understand about the version control and how it works. Even if your interview doesn't include Git questions, having your projects on GitHub shows professionalism. Learn the Git and GitHub commands like cloning the project, commit, push, pull, and for the project. It's a small skill that leaves a big impression. This is the eighth skill is the cloud fundamentals. Today, most applications run on cloud platforms rather than local servers. You don't have to become an AWS or Azure expert before your first job, but understanding concepts like virtual machine storage, databases, deployment, and cloud services shows that you are aware of modern technologies. Even one cloud platform like AWS or Azure or GCP is enough to start. The ninth skill is problem solving and aptitude. Before reaching the interview stage, most companies conduct online assessment and test your logical reasoning, quantitative aptitude, verbal ability, and coding and analytical thinking. Strong problem solving isn't just about solving difficult coding questions, it's about breaking down a problem into smaller steps and thinking logically. Spend a little time every day practicing aptitude and reasoning questions. Consistency is a far more valuable than trying to solve hundreds of questions in one weekend. The final skill isn't technical, but it decides whether you even get interview call. Your resume or LinkedIn profile, GitHub account and portfolio represent your professional identity. Make sure your resume is ATS friendly, your LinkedIn profile is updated, your GitHub contains well documented projects, and if possible, create a simple portfolio website showcasing your work. Your resume, LinkedIn profile, GitHub account, and portfolio represent your professional identity. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.